Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David All.
Well, Kevin, few people saw it coming, but Stephen Curry has claimed the mantle as the league's best player. Draymond Green said it was the way Curry came back even better last season that solidified it. He said everything in basketball is usually a year behind. You've got to see it again to really believe it and get confident enough to say it. Kevin?
His teammates know firsthand what an impact he makes, David. Thank you. We'll get a chance to see two very stout defensive teams here, Steve. Points are going to be hard to come by.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to get some easy buckets. But both these teams, they take away your first and second options. Little things like offensive rebounds, second chance points might make the difference.
They make you pay, though, don't they? Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Buyer beware or driver beware. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint. Favors with the screen. To the paint. Layup off the pick. And it's good on the way in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
It's something they better correct quickly because he'll start running wild if they don't defend him any tougher than that.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's where majority of Favors points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
Wiggins kicks to Curry. Fires the 3. Rebound by Williams. So it's the Thunder now. At the top of the key, Favors takes the 3. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Favors.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Thompson outside. Ring shot on the way. And stolen by Williams. Neller. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
I love this game plan. Attack, attack, attack. That's why they're already 4 for 4. The Warriors started off last season by winning 24 straight. That was the longest streak to start a season in the history of major North American sports.
Another miss by Curry.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, but he has to take that shot 10 out of 10 times. It was right there for him.
Williams gets the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And you add in the wins to close the 2015 season, the Warriors had won 28 consecutive regular season games.
They were closing in on the Lakers' all-time record of 33 straight, set back in 71 and 72. One of the few records that eluded them. They took that hard start as motivation to go for 73.
And stolen by Williams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Williams leading the charge. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Both good from the line that time. And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014.
Let's go. Hustle up. It is time to dig deep and shut them down, gentlemen. We are allowing this team to shoot more than 70% from the field.
Warriors trail by 10. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where he was.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Already seizing control of this game.
And doing it in all areas. They came out of the locker room knowing exactly what they needed to do.
Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. To the middle. And the layup falls.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Warriors trail by 14. Lee kicks to Curry. The tray. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The defense did their best job on that play, but Stephen Curry is at a whole nother level.
Down low. Guarded by Curry. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, you gotta like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
.59 seconds left to play here in the first. On the wing, Lee. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's good. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cuts off the pass. The 3 ball. Another 3 for Golden State.
3 points.
The Thunder leading by 8. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. It's stolen. 4-on-3 break. Puts it up from 15. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep. No good on the shot. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Thunder up 11. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. In the gym range, he told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have it.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
They've been super aggressive on that end, and they've been rewarded for it so far. Let's see if they'll be able to maintain this for the rest of the game.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, there's no doubt that the Splash Brothers are the most dangerous backcourt in the NBA. Steph Curry is the MVP, but he said of Klay Thompson, "I love playing with him." How much better he's gotten since day one is kind of scary. He's such a great two-way player, and he isn't anywhere close to hitting his ceiling.
Shots, gentlemen.
Kevin?
Thanks, DA. They're one heck of a tag team. And so many players in the NBA, Smitty, are passionate about giving back to their communities, lending a helping hand to that next person to help them reach their dreams. And I know it's a cause that's close to your heart. So why is this so important to players like yourself?
Well, it's so important, Kevin, because I think in all walks of life, there's somebody that's helped you. And I had the opportunity to get a chance to help others. And I learned this from my parents, especially my mom. She was the foundation of our family and the community.
And I know one of the big contributions you made is back to your university up in East Lansing, Michigan State, with a huge donation that they are very thankful for.
Yeah, just the synergy I had with Michigan State, also my high school, being able to give back, and especially providing a scholarship for kids to get a chance to have a scholarship to attend Michigan State University.
And there's Favors putting it right back in.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up. The Warriors has had some turnovers in their coaching staff, and Steve Kerr give him a lot of credit. 2 guys in the first 2 years leave to get head coaching jobs.
Curry. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 9.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
To the paint. Here's Favors. Got a piece of it. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Curry with another miss. And one thing that makes Steve Kerr unique, he really does empower his assistant coaches.
Yes, watching him on the sideline, you can see he lets his assistants have a role on his team. Look what happened last year. Luke Walton in the first 43 games of the season, he was fantastic, and Steve Kerr stayed out of the way.
Lets it go with a 3. Drops in the tray. 12 points for him.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
On the wing, Williams. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now, here's Thompson. He's guarded closely. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Oklahoma City leading by 10. Taylor, guarded by Kerr. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Down low. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and wants to get his guys open looks.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. Guarded by Kerr. 6 to shoot. Basket good. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
It hasn't been pretty. They just haven't looked interested in putting forth the kind of effort it's going to take to stay in this game. He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter.
Although it isn't clear-cut that Curry is the best player in the game right now, he certainly has the best case. Back-to-back MVPs, and Steve, the impact he has on the court is just peerless.
You can throw other names in as well, but Curry in his back-to-back MVPs puts him in elite company. He is quickly rising on the all-time greatest players list. He's earned it, and he has transformed the art of shooting.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
59 seconds left to play here in the half. The pass to Williams. There's the pick.
Warriors foul. That is the first personal foul.
49 seconds left in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
Gotta admire the hustle from Green. Never wants to give his guy a clean look at the basket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
They double-team Curry. To the inside, Looney, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Lee's checked in for Curry. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Got a piece of it. Williams inside, and it's good for 2. Williams has got 10 points. We've reached the end of the first half of play. Thunder lead by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
They have a 9-point lead. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed that's the big factor.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, sir.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teaming him. Single coverage will not get it done.
And the relationship between a coach and his players, so critical, obviously, to a team's success. What qualities, Steve, in your mind, make a great coach?
Well, I think the coach, first of all, has to be a great X and O's, but then I think he has to have a great feel for different personalities. Then I think he has to build the right culture that fits everybody.
There's the pick. Favors with the screen. Clock at 6. Muscala dishes to Williams. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
And when you're talking about post defense, you have to do your work early.
And for Golden State, we've got Steph Curry, Looney out there with Draymond Green, and it's Lee in at the 2. Inside. Covered by Lee. Oklahoma City moving it around. Favors can't get it to go.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this league, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And Von Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Coming on the floor for your Thunder, number 5.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Golden State on D. They trail by 11. Covered by Lee. Left side Favors. 4 on the clock. The jump hook.
The solid D from Looney, really disrupting the shot, using his reach to his advantage.
It's been an ascension to stardom for Draymond Green the last few seasons. Gone from role player to starter to superstar, all-star in a very short time span.
Just scratch your head how Green was taken in the second round of the draft. So many different teams passed up on a guy who played extremely well at the college level. He has the skills and mentality to be a force in this league for a long time. Many argue he's already a top 10 player in the game, and his defense, that might be the number one thing he does that separates him.
Warriors trail by 13. Thompson outside. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Down low. Favors with a wide open look. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Favors got 10 points.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Curry's shot is good.
I love how efficient he is shooting the basketball. Unfortunately, that's not translating into a lead for this team.
Mallard. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Wow, how do you miss from that close? That wide open, painful.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but DA, he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. The Thunder leading by 7. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Out left to the wing. Here's Roby. And it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Really left alone that time. 23 points for Steph Curry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They set the pick. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. 5 points in the game.
He's a great offensive rebounder, and he showed it.
Warriors trail by 7. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Shots good by Iguodala.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
He's covered by Thompson. And he lays it straight in. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Incredible effort from Thompson over some pretty good defense. Sometimes one man is not enough to throw his game off.
Down low. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wiggins, right side. Baseline J on the way. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. 15 seconds left in the third. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Thunder out in front, up by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Warriors trail by 4. Lets it go from deep. No good. Nice D from Williams. Oklahoma City shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. And for the Warriors, we've got Green. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the 1. Warriors shooting the ball with incredible accuracy, 68% so far. Meller. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
And the officials call over the back, a little too aggressive there.
He looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Meller. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Dishes it to Williams. Sinks the triple.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
And you know what? Don't go away from this formula. He is the go-to guy to put this game away.
And again, no good by Golden State. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. There's a good screen. With some arc. Goes back up, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
Second chance points can kill you. You must concentrate on has been the case.
Curry with it. Williams picks him up. Thompson outside. Looney kicks to Curry. Here's the 3. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just another reason why we have to love Stephen Curry. His ability to provide baskets in key situations.
And that one's good by Favors.
The killer instinct of Favors. This man takes no prisoners when the game is on the line.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Inside. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Now you need every basket you can get.
That's the only way they're going to come back, and even that might not do it.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Timeout. What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
You know I love that. Crunch time. This is where the big-time players are made.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Naylor. Count it!
Timeout. How about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry with the 3. Got it!
Yes, indeed.
He got it! What a shot!
Concentration.
And guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivers.
And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Oklahoma City right now, here's Curry. Outside, Green. Out to Thompson. To take the lead. Good on the triple. And the Warriors lead by 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Muscala hits the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
No good on the 3. Warriors leading by 3. On the wing, Thompson. Lets it go. And another basket for Golden State.
Thompson has one of the sweetest strokes in the game.
Oklahoma City's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
And that one's good. Green.
Love to see Draymond getting his feet set and firing from the outside.
Under trailing by 6. Naylor. Again, Oklahoma City. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Up top, Curry. They double-team Curry. Thompson for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Thompson is one of the game's most deadly shooters because he is just lethal.
Haller guarded by Curry. AT that time from Curry. Warriors leading by 7. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one drops.
He was just taking really smart shots and playing within his game right now.
Back to Thompson. The 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting.
Bring in. Take a seat. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Do not give them any life out there. Understood? We got this.
Both teams will make substitutions. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
He is just going all out right now. Loving the MJ impersonation. Hanging in the midair and still hitting the shot.
Number 16. Shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And here's Iguodala outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, their team got manhandled, taken to school on their home court.
Snatched away.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
High arcing shot, and the layup is up and in.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
They just waited too long. If they could have just made this run a little bit earlier, they could have been in the game. But now this game is out of reach.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit, they were able to.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Stephen Curry. He lit up the scoreboard in the fourth. Guys were scrambling around trying to match up with him. He was in too much of a groove to be messed with. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
What more can you say about Steph Curry? The man has done it again tonight. He is the most electrifying shooter in the history of the game. I'm going to say it right now. In the history of the game. He is a leader, and his will to win is unparalleled. Well, Ernie, reminds me of myself. He loves being the bad guy. And he was a great villain tonight. Just sticking it to those fans. Anytime they got on his case, he stepped up and hit a big shot after big shot. Fantastic performance in a very tough environment.